What's up, everyone, with another episode of Holy Ghost Writers. We invite people who are artists, creators, entertainers, and so much more. But right now, we're excited with a new project, and this month we are booked with a lot of people who are independent artists and creators. You know, we're excited to meet for the very first time as today someone here, Young Faith.
Young
I'm
Faith.
so excited and grateful for you to be on this podcast. And then before we even discuss, we'll leave a song for you to listen to. We'll be back in a few. 3, 2, 1.
You never rejected me, you're a good God, and your love reaches beyond measure. You're everything that I need, all I seek. You are my heart's treasure. I endeavor to give you all of me, and all my plans and all my needs. And you offered up your life as sacrifice, written as your love letter. There's nothing better that I could hope for. You're everything that I dream. You're a perfect God, you make everything look better than what they seem. When the world falls on top of me, you know you got me within your hands.
All right, Young Faith. We just want to appreciate you for coming on our fourth episode of the Holy Ghost Writers. Thank you for being a part of some of the tracks, the features in our upcoming album. It's been a pleasure working with you and connecting with you finally, even here on a video meet. So we want to open up by asking you, who's Young Faith, and tell us a little bit about Young Faith.
Well, first off, thanks for having me as well. I appreciate you guys getting me on here to say hello. First time meeting you guys as well, so it's a great honor. You guys do amazing work. Young Faith, that is a long story. I don't think we have all day to go through it, so I guess I'll keep it pretty simple. I guess I've always struggled with an artist name, but something that my heart has always really clung to is the gospel's primarily message is faith, besides the obvious love and stuff. But I've always been a man who wants to believe that anything is impossible, and I want to stay young forever. So put those two together, keep the young faith going. And I look young, so
yeah, you do. You got good genetics, man. You always keeping your youth,
Yeah, for sure.
I honestly, when I first heard the name, I was thinking, Young Faith. I was like,
that's he was like a 24-year-old kid,
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah. And in the Bible, like when we hear about faith, the first thing that pops in my head is the Book of James. It talks about faith in that book. It was all about faith and putting your faith into action. Faith without works is dead. And it's all about belief in God, believe in what the ability He given you, the talent. And but it fits you, Young Faith. I like it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So where are you from? Where'd you grow up at? Where's your hometown?
So I'm born and bred in Brisbane, Australia.
Nice.
Basically, I've lived there my whole life. Only recently, just me and my wife moved to Melbourne, so another new adventure. But background's Filipino. So,
You're Filipino?
Yeah, half.
Are you? You're Filipino? Dang, bro.
Man, all these people we invite, they're all Filipino. I have nothing wrong against them.
Man.
Yeah, we're everywhere. I'm actually half Filipino too.
They're trying to take over the world,
And it's funny because Maliko, another artist that we work with, he's Filipino too. So there's a lot of Filipinos on the team.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man. They're just
crazy.
Yeah, we're everywhere, man. What's the other half? Half Australian?
Aussie,
Nice.
It seems to be the way.
If he has the accent of Australian, then he's from Australia,
Yeah.
I didn't even realize I had an accent. Well, there you go.
No, it's great. It's so crazy is that when I heard your songs, like recently or previously, you sound like you have that American accent,
Yeah, right.
Dang, he's like, wow, he's American, but like now, like your accent's not as, like, it's like your accent changes when you rap, and then when you talk with somebody, it changes,
It's strange because I don't purposely do that, but yet I get criticized a lot by Aussies for not using an Aussie accent, and it's like it's not something I can control. It just happens.
Yeah, it's crazy because when we did Who You Are, like, wow, man, like I never, like, because we message, but I never knew how you sound like straight up. Like, oh, he's from Australia, he could had the accent or not, but when you rap, it's just like straight up like American, But that shocks me. I'm like, dang, that's crazy,
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. Half Filipino.
Very
What you know? How do you how I would have never guessed, you know. But
Oh man, I
Yeah.
look everything.
yeah. But yeah, so how do you actually get started into music? And then how did you get into like Christian music and rapping and things like that?
I guess when I grew up, like it's just started off as like poetry, learning
Yeah.
how to write poetry. But then when you're a young kid, poetry is uncool. So it's like,
Yeah.
what's the cool thing? You turn it into rap. But then,
Yeah.
like part of my testimony, which is another story for another time,
Mm.
I ended up when I gave up hip hop for about 5, 6 or so years. I just basically said, I'm not in this because I'm doing it for myself. Unless I can do this for the Lord, I'm going to lay this all down. And then probably like in my late teenage years, early 20s, I said, God, if you set me free, I'll dedicate everything for you. And so that's when it just primarily turned to gospel rap. It changes here and there, not always gospel, because I feel like I want to reach those that just have a hardened ear towards gospel music.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
primarily gospel.
Man, that's amazing. That's awesome, man. My story, is very similar to yours. I started teens, took it to God, late teens, early 20s when I started, putting more time, effort, and dedication. And I have the same goal as you. It's just using my talent, time, and ability for God. And music is one of the outlets that I do it. The same like you. That's amazing though. Because I believe like everyone has their own different talents that they have, and as Christians, it's all our main focus is finding ways to glorify God and to reaching out to others, and
Sure.
it's just a blessing to work with you, honestly. Like even
you too, both you guys.
when I first heard your music, I was like, what? I had to rewind it. I was like, man, he's fast.
like you
No.
what was it, Brandon?
Yeah,
Like, you
Brandon.
don't know Brandon, but like he raps fast too.
Yeah.
Because Brandon raps hecka quick, and sometimes he's really good at rapping, because that's what rapping is. When you rap it fast, that's what it is,
Yeah.
But when you rap fast, like I understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Just who you are, or what was that one song that we did him? Oh, Give It All.
Yeah, Give It All. Yeah,
Give It All.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
like,
smashed that one, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, man, you guys come up with some killer tracks.
I was listening to your lyrics, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have came up with that. Man, that sounded good.
Yeah.
But nah, it's amazing because your skills. It's like you can go fast, and I heard you slow it down too. You're multidimensional. You know what I mean? With you're just one of those artists. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm working on something at the moment that is like twice the speed of what you've heard.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to put it in a slow mo. No, but the nice thing about your rapping though is like you enunciate, like we can hear all the the syllables, like everything that you're saying, you can actually hear. You know what I mean? Whereas other times where people that rap too fast is like they're kind of it's almost like mumbling. You know what I mean? But I can actually understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? So that's I know that's a really great talent, because not every rapper is a fast rapper, but like I was saying in another podcast, I was saying like one of the things that I've heard growing up is like if you could rap fast, it just shows your skill level. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's what
I've just seen so many people like in the hip hop industry, like not even in the industry, just out on the streets trying to rap, and they always gravitate towards the fast rapping, but they don't put much effort into getting the words out clearly.
Yeah.
And so I find that the basics are very, very important, making sure it fits on time, goes with the flow, and you can pronounce your words right. I find it's the most important aspects.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Was there any artists out there now or in the past that inspired you, that kind of got your style from this person or that person, or just someone that just motivated you to kind of use your poetry into rap, like someone that inspired you?
I guess as a non-Christian, it was Nas, where I learned how to learn his technical ability. As a Christian, it's 7.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about 7 with the bit with he had like a big long braids. Yeah,
if I could collab with anyone, it would be that dude. That dude is a genius.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. You know 7 Isai?
Who?
I think he's from, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I think he might be from Baltimore. No?
Oh, I have no idea.
I always see him wear like the Baltimore jerseys.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure though.
Purple.
always purple. Yeah. But yeah, he's really fast, and like, you know, it's like he does both too. Bizzle? He can go fast. No, the 7. He went from like, he used to be just a regular rapper, and then he turned Christian, and then he started doing like gospel rap and things like that.
There was one,
he got skills, mad skills.
There was one back then in the day I was watching rap battles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it was MC Jen was the one.
I
was like, dang,
Fast
he
and Furious, right?
Is it? Huh?
He was from the Fast and the Furious. He was he played in movies.
I think so.
Yeah,
I can't remember, but I was watching him, and then I don't know, he like his life has shifted into, you know, like his, you know, his mind, his heart just went to Christianity, and then when he dropped one of his singles, I'm like, dang man, this is good, you know.
He was on 106 in Park. I used to watch him rap battle.
Yeah.
Then he went over to China because he's Chinese, so he went over to China. He started rapping over there too. He raps in Chinese too.
Yeah, right. What's his name?
MC Jen.
MC Jen.
MC Jen.
It's like, you know, MC Hammer, but MC Jen, you know.
Yeah, Jen.
Yeah,
he's good. Very, very, very talented. Very talented. But he rap, man. Yeah, he did a lot of rap battles. I used to watch him on the rap battles. But
kind of like Dayton. Dayton's pretty damn good too.
Dayton. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I never.
He's a lyrical genius, that dude.
I might have to check him out.
Wow.
But but I saw a post that I did follow one of the guys. I saw a post named One Choice Music.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Does he live in Australia? Like, how do you guys met?
So basically, you probably got it in America as well, a little crew called Crosswords. Basically, Crosswords, for those who don't know, it's primarily like a hip hop church. So we run like hip hop events and basically get kids off the street or adults and just put on hip hop concerts or graffiti art and stuff. And yeah, One Choice is one of the dudes that came along and jumped on board with us, helping us with the music and the setup and the outreach. And yeah, there's a few guys there, but it's Crosswords crew. If you check him out in America, I reckon you'd love it.
Wow,
man, that's crazy.
Yeah, we got to check that out for sure. You know, I had to ask you. It's a little off topic though, Young Faith, and you don't have to answer it, all right, if you don't want to. But it's a little off topic. But so when Pacquiao was fighting Jeff Horn, who were you rooting for?
Bro,
I just gotta ask. I'm sorry.
I was going for the referee. No, Pacquiao.
You're going for Pacquiao?
Yeah, always Pacquiao.
There you go.
He's a good man, fella.
Good answer.
Yeah. Good answer.
If you didn't choose that,
I'm sorry, man. I had to ask you that.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while back. But they have you know, there's Australia, man. They have their people is really like very great fans, you know what I mean? They're loyal to their people, you know what I mean? And it's just I just remember watching that, and just, you know, just Australian sports in general is just, they have like the best fans, you know what I mean? Always support. It's a beautiful country. I can't wait to go there one day. I heard a lot of people that visit there or live there, they always say you got to visit here. It is one of the places you got to put on your bucket list. Very nice, beautiful, you know, place.
Is it sunny all the time over there?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, if you avoid Queensland summer, it's really humid there. Like, it's just ridiculously humid. But besides that, it's generally sunny most of the time. It's great for holiday if you just want to kick back at the beaches and stuff. Everyone comes over for the beaches.
Oh man,
it's like one big island. It's like it's right near the Philippines too.
Hey,
it's right near the Philippines too, right?
Oh, I have no idea with my geography.
Oh, yeah, but it's a beautiful island. I always see like people at the beaches and like, you know, just a nice scenery, you know. Do you live near the beach, like near the shore?
No, I'm out in the sticks. So
in the sticks.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, just peaceful though, because it's just like everyone's friendly. I guess with COVID, like everyone kind of reclused and is like not interacting as much as they used to. But
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
it's still like a friendly environment. Like
Yeah.
it's really just peaceful. Everyone's so laid back.
I heard like they're very welcoming. Like the people is like a very hospitable place, and
Yeah, oh,
it's just a
absolutely.
good culture. Just a very nice culture, and like, you know, I live in California, so you know, it's like so it's like the opposite. But yeah, I just heard a
I
lot of
live
good
in
things about
Washington,
it.
so there's no difference of that.
Man, Washington is just straight cold, bro. It's freezing, man. It's like snowing and raining all the time.
Like I was actually hailing yesterday. I was like,
Oh,
what
no
the-
way.
Are you serious?
yeah, at work. I'm like, dude,
Dang.
that's crazy. I was like freezing, so bad.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
I'd love to come over and visit America, though. That's
Oh,
something
yeah,
on
for
my
sure.
bucket list.
You go to Washington or California? Like, bro, I'm telling you.
If you
like,
would have to choose, which one,
Yeah.
which the first one would you like visit?
Out of
Washington or California?
See, I don't know much about Washington. I know more about California.
yeah. We
But
just
to be
arranged
honest-
over there.
But to be honest, I want to visit Chicago.
Oh yeah, Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah,
Chicago,
Yeah,
that's where my
it's just
dad's
something
from.
God put on my heart as a dream, actually. So
No, that's-
just yeah, that's kind of what I really want to do. Go down there and preach the gospel through hip hop.
yeah, that's a blessing.
Yeah, over
Yeah.
here in Washington is it's pretty hard. You know, it's just a lot of teenagers over here. Like, I don't know, but like my goal is to like, you know, like go into their world and then show them who is Jesus and what is Jesus. You know, like that's the only way. You know, that's why we got into like hip hop or pop or any music that they're into. We put it into something like good.
Yeah, well, the youth,
Oh, yeah.
the youth absolutely love it. I remember a time when I did an outreach, just me and my wife and another girl. We went out and saw a whole bunch of teenagers. Basically, we wanted to try to talk to them about God. Not interested, really. Couldn't care in the slightest. You bring out the hip hop, you start rapping, and all of them are interested.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
As soon as you start rapping, it's just like whatever you got to say, they'll listen to.
Yeah, that, you know, that's the beautiful thing with like rap and like music is like you could connect to like people from all ages anywhere. Like they can relate to it, and then when they start to hear the music, they're like, oh yeah, I like that. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's having fun, and then the thing about it is through the music and through the lyrics, it's like there's a message, there's a real powerful message out there. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
listening to like a lot of your music, it's like, you know, these messages they move people. You know what I mean? And they start to, like, a lot of people that you know, I feel like it's a lot of the music, it's good for like Christians to, you know, it's nice for Christians to listen to, and then there's people that may not be Christian, but when they listen to it, they're like, they get curious and they're like, who is this guy they're talking about? What do you mean? What's you know, what's going on with the faith and the love that and the teaching that they have, and who's this savior? Who's this guy that died on the cross for us? And I feel like just the music, man, you could connect with like anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, for sure. We used to do some concerts and stuff in schools, and a lot of the big school, I don't know what you call it, but rules
Yeah.
basically say you're not allowed to preach the gospel, you're not allowed to talk about God or anything like that. But the beauty with gospel hip hop is the teachers don't understand a word of it. You know,
Oh, yeah.
the kids understand, but the teachers
yeah.
don't. So you could basically preach the gospel through hip hop, have the kids know exactly what you're hearing, and the teachers have no clue. You know,
That's funny. It's funny. Like sometimes I share like my music, because rap really didn't start to get really popular until like the 80s and the 90s, right? That's when it started to really blow up. But it's funny, like you talk to like some of like the people like before our generation, and it's like they don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like it's not they weren't really they didn't grow up like with their ears in tune for like the type of music that we write or we create, right? So a lot, especially like the older crowd, it's like you know, it's you know, they have their own style. They grew up with it. But the newer generation is like, you know, our generation, maybe the one generation before us, and the generations, you know, that come after us, it's like that's what they were, that's what they grew up, you know, listening to was hip hop and R&B and rap and things like that. So they have an ear more for like that type of music where they can, you know, catch the lyrics and understand what you know, what the words and the meaning behind the songs are.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
it's like the new stuff that, well, it's not new anymore, but that
Yeah.
drill music, it just
Oh.
seems to be.
Oh, that
I'm trying to
drill.
catch up with it.
Yeah. See,
man.
I'm trying to stay relevant. I'm trying to keep up with like the you know, because music's always transforming. Like it's always,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like what do you call it? Like evolving to something new or something different. You know what I mean? And just from the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s up until the present day, it's just like you could see that transformation, you know. But it always still has, you know, a lot of the basic elements, but you could tell like there are differences, and you know, you just got to stay relevant. It's funny how like I hear like a lot of older rappers, like, you know, like even before our time, it's like they're kind of stuck in their ways, whereas like a lot of times if you want to stay relevant, you kind of have to evolve with the music too, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Talking about being stuck anyways, it's kind of like the Aussie hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, like Aussie, a lot of the guys down here, they're so because they're the older generation.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that old kind of classic boom bap, just and it's just not. I don't know. You can't reach kids that aren't into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Hey,
But
well,
it's
by
good
the
for-
yeah. Hey, by the way, I know you mentioned earlier you were married, you know, so hey, congratulations. I didn't even know you were married. I had no
Oh,
idea.
Yeah. What? You have two dogs or one dog?
I got two dogs.
No kids?
Dogs. You got two
children.
kids.
You got
Like,
two kids?
No kids. No kids.
Oh, no,
My
okay.
question, because you know I'm married too.
Yeah.
But my question is like, how do you how do you say how do you
balance?
How do you balance it? Or how do you maintain it? You know, like being a rap artist, and then you know you're out there, you're rapping your own game, and you come back and being a father and a husband.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Like,
Yeah, how do you
Well,
balance it
I
all out?
wouldn't know so much about being a father because I'm just like I don't have any kids yet. But I guess
oh wait, sorry. Then it's
A
'cause I
husband.
saw a post with two kids. But have your merchandise, have your merch, have your shirt.
Oh no, they were just friends' kids. They were.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, my
yeah.
bad.
no, that's all right. My two dogs are my kids. But basically, to answer your question though, it was like I've been married 9 years now.
Wow.
Wow.
Basically, it was a long journey in the beginning because like the biggest thing, like I find the opposite of love is selfishness, you know, and basically in every relationship there's a part of you that just wants what you want, and same with the other person. And like we've over the years developed a pattern of just, you know, like it's servanthood kind of thing. She does what she can to serve me. I do what I can to serve her. And it's none of that, because a lot of people talk about the whole 50-50 relationship, but it's not about that. It's like you give your all to her and she gives her all to you. And I think basically if you live that way without your partner living that way, they'll eventually turn that way because you're giving your all, you're giving your love, and then they're receiving everything that they need in their life. So then in turn, they can give it back to you. So it's not about doing it whether they have the capacity or not. You do it because you love them and you continue to do it. And then in turn, after, you know, maybe a year, 5 years down the track, you know, you start seeing it all flip around. And now I've got the best marriage I could ever hope for, you know. Like my wife, she works hard. She still goes to the effort to cook dinners and puts an investment into me to do my music. And she just paid for a video clip for $1,000 for me as well.
Wow.
And you know, like I couldn't ask for anything better.
Man, that's a blessing. That's really a blessing.
That's more tips about you, Casey, because you're not married.
Hey, man, you know, I'm learning though. I'm learning from the people that's gotten married. So I'm.
But thank you, man.
Listening.
I might have to put that in practice or something.
Yeah, no, I like what you said. I like what you said, Young Faith. You said, you know, always like give all that you are to her. Is that how you said it? And then, you know, and you know, that reminds me of like the verse in the Bible. Like it's basically even it comes from the word of God. It says even the husbands, like it says, love your wife as Christ loved the church. Where, you know, what did he do for the church? He laid down his life. And, you know, for me, that's giving all, you know what I mean? And basically what you said, you know, like it's not that 50-50, but it's giving all that you have for that other person. You know what I mean? So, you know,
And the problem with the 50-50 is that if you give 50, you have the expectation of the other
Yeah.
person to give 50. If you remove the expectation, then the other person you can't find faults in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's good. See, man, I'm gonna remember this, man. You know
Hey,
that's
this
probably
video will be on
why.
YouTube, so it's gonna be there forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's you know, you having that mentality and that type of love for someone, you know, where you giving all and not just a certain percentage, and having expectation is like, man, I'm telling you, like that's probably like a big key to success why you've been married for this long. You know, 9 years, then that's like record breaking these days.
Dude, I haven't break 9 years. I'm still on my 3rd year.
Yeah, it is 30. Nah, but
you're doing good though, man. 3 years.
Yeah.
That's still a long time.
Oh yeah. We've been dating. My wife and me. We've been dating since 2009. It's 2017.
So you've been together longer than I've been married.
Yeah, like we've been together when we started dating, but marriage. When it comes to marriage, we got married in 2020.
2020.
Yeah, right. Well, me and my wife, we met 3 days later, started dating. 8 months later, got engaged. A year later, we're married.
Dang.
This is
That's
sometimes
good.
it happens like that, eh?
Oh yeah. So another questions, man. I've seen that you do a lot of performance and shows, huh?
Yeah, I haven't for a while, but yeah, I was.
What was your last recent one?
Actually, when I moved to Melbourne, I did one in a bar actually. So they had
Bar?
like
That's cool.
yeah, club bar.
Nice.
So I took the gospel music into the club, but it was quite
Big
quiet.
turnout.
No, because of COVID, like the whole stretch is just like
One question, yeah, because I have a question too about like throwing gospel in a bar. I don't know, because I have this mentality. It's like, is it right, to rap in the gospel in the bar?
I think that's where they need it, man. That's where they need to hear the gospel.
Yeah, I know that's where they need it. It's just like I just feel like, because I had the friend Maliko. He kind of recommends like like you could do shows everywhere. You can do festivals, fairs, but like I never thought like you could do it at bars. Like, is it really good? Like a good way to do it? Do it at a bar?
It all depends. Like it's just like when you talk to a non-Christian, you don't want to be super preachy, so you kind of want to go in with a mentality of like, I'm gonna do my music that hits the heart but also mentions Jesus. So it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but it's not so much gospel, but it's got gospel in it. Like that way, because a lot of people, and especially in those kind of environments, you start throwing out the word Jesus, they walk out the door.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They just got a hardened heart to the name Jesus, and they don't even have listen to a bar of it. God, on the other hand, you mention the word God in a rap, a lot of people are inclined to listen to it because it doesn't have the same connotation.
It's not too much.
Yeah, because a lot of rappers use the term God in their music.
That's true.
But yeah, it's just a matter of caution, really. Gauging the crowd. Who's the type of people that got in here? Do I have like a lot of really rough, hardcore type of people that are just here to just pump their fist and like hit the dance floor? If that's the case, then I'll play something upbeat, but that has a positive message to it. If it's a crowd that's more laid back, engaging, then I'll put more of a gospel element in it.
Yeah. That's nice. I like your mentality. It's like you basically put out the songs depending on where your audience is.
Yeah, basically.
I mean? And if it's a chill audience, then you have a certain song for them. If it's a kind of like a more rough audience, and you have a certain song for them. And it's kind of like just adjusting to like the environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's wise. That's wisdom right there. Because, like you said, like there's times where I talk to people.
Now you kind of changed my mentality already. Now, like I get some more opportunities. And
we're going straight to the bar after this.
We're about to march in there.
We're called to reach all spheres of life.
Oh yeah.
And like for example, I think we should as Christians, be able to, example, walk into a strip club and preach the gospel. But if you got problems with that avenue, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
It's the same with a club. If you got problems with that avenue, like if temptations are drinking, then don't step into it.
Absolutely. I think even in the Bible, it might not be word for word, but it says something like, if you believe something is not right or is it evil or something like that, then to that person it is, or something like that. But I feel like every person is made different. Like, and like some people, they might be able to go into a bar and not have no temptation, for alcohol. And then there's other people that might go into a bar and then it's like, they might have temptation. So for one person might be stronger minded in that scenario, whereas the other person might not be wise for them to go in there. So I think it depends on the person, like you said, and know your strengths and know your temptations and know your weaknesses and then, you know what I mean? But I'm sure
don't go in alone. Don't go in alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But no, that's great. That's a blessing because, like I've had times in my life where, I try to preach to somebody and they just completely rejected it, But then again, maybe I was, throwing the name Jesus too much, or I wasn't being too wise about my approach or whatever it was. But then there's other times when you're, you can have more, it just depends on the person really, and the people we're talking to. But like, I think like you said, you go to a bar, if you throw out, Jesus and this and that too much, then everyone might just walk out and you didn't really serve your purpose. Whereas if you put out a song where it does mention God and there is a good message, but it's not too much, maybe they'll still listen to it and receive it, the message, So
and the good thing about that is if you put out a killer song, you're not necessarily mentioning the word Jesus, but people come up to you afterwards and I really like that song, and that's when you can open up because they're already open then.
Good point.
They like your music, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, keen to have a chat." You tell them all about it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. It's almost like I can't, when I think about it, like an example would be like just casting out that rod, and then them getting hooked on that song. They come over here and they start then they have a conversation with you. Now you get to discuss, more about, who Jesus is, or maybe God will open that opportunity for you to share the gospel with them.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, that's amazing. That's a blessing, But yeah, it's that's great. So that was your last performance during the start of the COVID?
I guess it wasn't so much a performance, but I guess the one before that was we have an event at every Halloween. Basically, we call it Light of the World. That's in Queensland. So they put on a giant showcase full of rides, food stalls, giant stage entertainment area, all to counteract Halloween. So basically, they call it Light of the World, and just primarily everything gospel, and everyone off the streets just comes in. So I performed there last year at the end of the year.
Wow, that's amazing, Young Faith, man. You got a lot of good opportunities God's opening for you,
Man.
Oh, man, it's gnarly.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're not going to try to hold you up too much longer, but we do have just a couple more questions before we wrap this up. We want to know if there's any new song or project that you want to work on that you can discuss, and if you want to let people know what Young Faith is working on these days.
Yeah. At the moment, I've been a bit quiet on social media, simply because I'm working on an album.
Nice.
You're working on one of them too?
Yeah. It actually just came out of the blue. I've just been working on a whole bunch of songs, and then all of a sudden I realized I got an album there.
Yeah. Dang.
So I got a few coming out.
I hope we're in it.
Yeah. Hey, if you want it, I'll put you down.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, absolutely. Just you'll see a few snippets come up in the next month or two, just video snippets. I've got a video clip dropping in about a month as well.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So hoping to get back into it.
Man, that's awesome. You know what? I never asked Misael, like, how did you guys actually meet? Like, how did you guys find each other?
Dude, I'm the one who's been meeting all these rappers.
Yeah, like, what happened?
I'm the one who's finding all these artists.
I know you're finding everybody. Like, how did that happen? I'm sorry, I had to ask. I was
to be honest, I don't remember about it. I hope you remember.
I don't even remember how I
don't
met you, bro.
Well,
That seems to be the way with Instagram. I've got so
Yeah.
many contacts on there. I don't know how I met.
I don't know how. Like, maybe it's just like, you know, for me looking for artists. Like, what was it? I did follow you for a certain time, and it's like, oh, I love his music, and then that's why I probably like hit you up. Hey, got a new single. I'll hit you up or hook you up with this new song or something like that. I don't know. I just don't know how we met, to be honest. It's like love at first sight, you know? I'm just playing. But yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
amazing. So you got a lot of new songs coming out.
You
new
got
music, got an
merchandise
album.
too, already
Merch.
out.
Wow.
Yeah,
like-
no, the merchandise is on hold because I started out in Queensland and things kind of went pear-shaped a little bit. So I've had to put that on hold. Like, my wife's a graphic designer, so she designs everything
Wow.
for me.
She done a really great job. Looks
Yeah, oh,
dope.
Dang, man.
Genius.
Young Faith, you live in
Like,
you live in
his
the
wife-
good
his-
life.
Yeah.
You get the meals, get the
His
you
wife
get
is the
you know,
manager.
the
His wife is
manager,
the
like
everything, you know.
Oh man, if you only knew that.
Nah, you're blessed. Man. That's great.
Bless you, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's
Yeah,
exciting.
merch will be out.
Yeah, that's exciting. You know, we you know, even from the first song that we wrote together and, you know, made the first track, it was just like, I was like, man, I like this guy, he's good, you know what I mean? And you know, I showed people like you know, like our music, and you know, I got a lot of good feedback, you know, about you, a lot of good things people said about you and your style, you know what I mean? And you know, you're I felt like you were one of the people that we've worked with that has just a lot of talent, you know what I mean? Like, as far as like how dynamic your game is, you know, and I think that's just a blessing. And you know, we're looking forward to working with you more in the future. You know, we're
we definitely gonna hook him up.
yeah,
Sure, again.
Yeah, likewise.
yeah,
Like that song you guys just did, that Who You Are,
yeah,
that rocked me, man. That absolutely rocked me. Before I even wrote a verse, it was just like I could feel the presence of God on that song like I've never felt before. So you guys are coming up with some awesome stuff.
I'm the one who was singing, bro. So I'm not a rapper. I'm a singer.
Right, so you're the singer, eh?
Huh?
You sing and he raps?
yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who raps, and I'm the singer.
Yeah.
Right. I've been getting it confused.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I have I tried singing, man. It was just that ain't my talent.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Me too.
The only time I think I can sing is maybe I'm in the shower. That's about it.
If that works, record it while you're there.
Yeah.
I can rap too, you know, but just like a lot of people be saying, "Oh, you sing good. You rap a little okay and stuff," but I could do both. But majority, I love to sing.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're always trying to find a female singer, another male singer, and then like you know what? I'll just sing. You know, like if we can't find it, I'll just sing. You know.
Yeah, that is a hard kettle of fish to get. You know, like I don't know anyone here in Melbourne, so trying to find singers and other artists is a nightmare. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask you one last question. Are you a full-time rapper or a part-time rapper?
that's a tough question.
Fine full time. Not
Full time in terms of I never stop.
Do you work generally? Like, do you have a job or no?
Well, I was a youth worker in Queensland, but now I've shifted to Melbourne. Basically, I just followed my wife because she got a new job as a paramedic.
Nice.
So I just basically
nice.
just followed her down here. And so I'm not working at the moment. So basically, it's everything invested into my music.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You're living the life, man.
I literally am, man.
Yeah. No, but yeah,
I wish I was in your shoes already.
Yeah. Yeah, so you actually you have a big change of because you moved to a different location, so you're basically readjusting to your new situation, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's been a
That's
couple
good.
months now.
Yeah,
Is that your
yeah,
new
yeah.
studio? I see that you have the YF
Yeah.
logo on the back.
Oh, it's my
Young
little
Faith.
setup. I'm waiting for my wife to build me a studio booth.
Is
Man.
that
She
is
built
that
me one
a
last time, so I'm gonna hit her up for another one.
is that a Young Faith logo right there behind you? Is it on the shelf? Am I mistaken?
No, we did have some. We had some giant portraits, but yeah, nah, they're all gone. This is a new house. We haven't got everything up yet.
Mm.
But
All right, Young Faith, again, we just want to appreciate you for taking the time out of your day, setting a time this weekend to join us on our 4th episode. But before we let you go, is there anything you want to say to the people that's watching and you want to let them know where to find you?
yeah. Firstly, I'll just say thanks to you guys as well. Thanks for having me. Like, it's been awesome to finally meet you both and have a good chat. You guys are inspirational. The music that you do is going to reach tons, thousands, millions of people, I reckon. And so keep up the awesome work. Can't wait to work with you more in the future. But basically, hit us up on Instagram, YoungFaith89, or Spotify. Basically, that's all I got.
You got no Twitter? No?
Nah, I can't navigate that thing.
Me neither, so we don't even do that either.
All right. Yeah. All right, people,
Yeah.
you heard where to find Young Faith. And we're also going to leave all the links down below in the description. So if you just click on that, you can go straight directly to his page to know more about him, his upcoming music, his album, and the things that he's working on. So make sure you tune in and follow him on the different platforms that he has. And go ahead, Misael. Anything else?
No, I think you already took my line already.
All right, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in for the 4th episode of the Holy Ghost Writers, where we talk about upcoming artists, things about the Bible, and we got a lot more coming your way in the near future. So we'll look out. So look out for those. And until the next one, we gone. Peace out.
Peace out.